Margaret, and welcome, Minister. In your remarks, you talked about our capacity to sustain growth will depend, among other things, on Ireland maintaining its competitiveness, on effective marketing and on the continued development of iconic holiday experiences. In relation to marketing, what I want to focus on in these few minutes and to ask you is, are we fully marketing an accessible product? People with disabilities, people with reduced mobility, people with different capacities, name them any way you like. In North America and in Western Europe in particular, on both shoulders of this island, we have developed economies where there are a lot of people with good incomes, retired people, looking for a good experience. They're more and more likely to be people with restricted mobility or conditions of one kind or another. And our country can be gives huge diversity and huge opportunities. But we must be a product that is fully accessible. I think we still have a way to go there. It has improved. I think there's both what I'll describe as a hard and a soft element to having an accessible product. The hard one is our transport infrastructure being accessible. We have a way to go there still, okay? Our buildings, our streetscapes, and also the whole area of communication for people who are blind, who are deaf and whatever. The soft infrastructure I'm happier about. What that is to me is the people who work in the tourism industry in Ireland, plus the people of Ireland. Good standards, wanting to be helpful to people. I see that every day. So that is a great, great asset, and it's important not to take it for granted. We also have our own folk in Ireland. People are living longer, people with disabilities, families where they have a family member with a disability. They want to be able to go and experience Ireland in an easy way. I think now we've had in the past, there were obvious sort of anchor places in Ireland, like anchor tenants, which counties, if you like, that were so branded with tourism. It's lovely to see a lot more places in Ireland now. The Midlands was already mentioned and places like that, developing, getting their own mojo in terms of tourism and greater pride in what the product that they have, the raw material that they have, and developing it. So I think this is the opportunity and the challenge that I want to put to you. We have, in terms of populations, east and west of us, 500 million people from developed economies, many of whom will want to come to a place like Ireland, and we need to attract them. Thank you, Cathaoirleach. Might I just say, we've heard of the beautiful glens of Antrim and Kerry in the east and the west. Farewell to Tipperary, said the Galtee Mountain boy a long time ago. As a young Tipperary boy, I want to welcome everyone to Tipperary, and particularly my beautiful Glen of Aherlow.
Thanks for your brevity. Minister, you have 7 minutes to wrap up.
Thanks, Cathaoirleach. Well, I'll take the last speaker first anyway. You'll be glad to know, Senator, I launched a Tipperary tourism strategy with the county manager, and I have to pay particular tribute to the people in Tipperary. That's where the good news ends from Limerick Man. The Glen of Aherlow is shared in close proximity, and the peak of Galtymore is actually in County Limerick. But I want to agree with you. Check the map. I want to agree with you in relation to accessibility, and this is not only an issue in relation to people with disabilities, and I accept it, it's also an issue in relation to young parents. We had an experience recently where we went to London, and I have to say it was horrendous. Pushing a buggy around, try it sometime. And I said it to my wife. God only knows, I said, how a person with a disability would manoeuvre it around. And in fairness, you're right, and it's right to acknowledge that a lot of progress has been made in Ireland. But for people with disabilities and for people, young parents especially, it is a problem. We came to Dublin in the not too distant past, and there was a sign in a pub in the south side of this city. I won't name the suburb because people will find it. No buggies. Now, that's not really welcoming, I think, at this day and age.